John Brown, Collective Development. Hey guys, I just wanted to share what I got at WonderCon 2024 this year. I usually look for obscure or unique items, older back issues, but this year I kind of focused on filling holes in my series that I've been collecting since I was a kid. And obviously, that starts with Amazing Spider Man, and I got 5 this time around. And out of all these, I think 345 was probably the most interesting of the bunch. This is, I would consider it at least a minor key. It's Mark Bagley's first Amazing Spider Man with Venom, and not only that, it does have one of my favorite 90s Spider-Man villains right on the splash, Cardiac. But midway through, Spider-Man had earlier put Eddie Brock in jail, and he believed the symbiote was killed by Styx in an earlier issue, maybe 336. But the symbiote found Brock in prison and reconnected. But as he was breaking out of prison, he left behind a symbiote spawn that Cletus Cassidy did inherit, and this is right here, the beginning of Carnage, literally the beginning of Carnage, as he later would be shown in full on issue 361. So I think that's a really interesting issue. I can't wait to read through that one. Check out the art. Bagley's art is always great on Spider-Man. I also filled in 366 and 367. And on the newsstand, this was sold out at the comic book store and the newsstand, I think because it's the first Amazing Spider-Man cover where Daredevil is wearing his 90s costume outfit. And then another issue around that time that also sold out too quickly and I never got was the earlier, it's not the start, but it's near the beginning of the Clone Saga, I believe. And those issues around 395 to 410 or so, you really had to run to the comic book store to get. Everybody was interested in that storyline. So the next title was Daredevil, and I think I got 5 of those as well. And 162 is interesting. Frank Miller's run was 158 to 199, and this, I believe, is the only issue in that run that was not done by Miller, either writing or drawing. And but it was drawn by Ditko, so I mean that alone makes it important to me anyway. So happy to get that one. And then Miller did come back right away and did the penciling for 163, where Daredevil is meeting the Hulk in the dark alley with the shade and the shadow. And again, like no one does these darker shade and shadow, suspenseful covers like Miller. It's just a great classic cover to me. Same with this one, right before 168, which Miller basically took over Daredevil writing and drawing. This is, for back then, a very amazing computer infrared type of cover. This Daredevil, I've always wanted to get a copy. I had the trade paperback, but it's in his strangest adventure, and Miller really does an offbeat story here. There's hallucinations. I think He's trying to find his old master's stick as well. And at the end, I think he hallucinates that he's fighting his dad in the ring. So I really want to see that. And then what you may or may not know is in this, what looks like a standard late 80s Daredevil issue, 241, actually has pencil art by Todd McFarlane. And you can see right here, early McFarlane. This is pre-Amazing Spider-Man 300. The perspectives, the line art, everything's already there. I mean, he just came out just amazing art. And he also, I flipped through this, I haven't read it yet, but he draws Daredevil in a much darker tone than other issues around this time. This is a great Daredevil shot right there. A lot of homage, I think, to Miller, and I'm sure McFarlane was also a fan. Next, a title that I didn't read when I was younger, but I've very much gotten into and have 337 through 340, but wanted to get the rest, is the Walt Simonson writer-artist Sutor Saga. I think I said that right. Sutor Saga. And apparently, according to a lot of people that I've talked to and who've read Thor, and George and May at Comic Age, where I got this run from. Thank you, George and May from Comic Age. This is the essential Thor story and story arc. And so it runs from 341 to 353. And I'm just going to show you the covers real quick. Don't have time to talk, and I don't know much about it other than I've heard that this is the one to get. So again, thank you so much, George and May, and this is 341, 342. These covers are great. 343, 344. I don't know if Simonson was doing homage or he did this and then Ronin also kind of copied this as an homage, but I don't know if he was the first to do this point perspective of all these people coming at one character, but it's just a beautiful cover. 345, 346, 347, 348, 349, 350, Thor and Beta Ray Bill on the same cover. 337 through 340 is the Ballad of Beta Ray Bill, where he's introduced. 351. So that storyline comes right into this storyline. 352 and 353. And last but not least, did some X-Men. 175. Love this cover. I think this is Rogue's second or third after joining the X-Men. This issue is awesome, 228, because now I have completed all of the 200s in Uncanny X-Men. And last but not least, Scott Lobdell and Mark Waid's Legion Quest. Again, when I was collecting, these came off the shelf pretty quickly, and I couldn't get them, and I never did until just now. So thank you all for watching, and I really appreciate it. And that's enough for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it.